You have no idea how this tech has affected my brain.
First announced more than 5 years ago with a cinematic trailer only. At number 1 we have here actually one of the most anticipated yet off-the-radar open-world games from an indie developer that's a AAA and an Unreal Engine 5 project as of now, a game called just Everywhere. Here's an update trailer on that finally, and only the words out of the company, and I quote, that this is a multi-world gaming experience that seamlessly blends gameplay, adventure, creativity, and discovery. Take a look.
This thing has ruined my life.
You want to know what the mind's eye really is?
It's activating. I know what I have to do.
Coming from a few veterans who previously worked on Dead Space and Call of Duty games as a first attempt from a team of a small group. At number 2 we have Immortals of Aveum, which is a first-person magic shooter in genre and a next-generation console exclusive. Game set to be coming out on July 20.
Doom and I are old friends.
How these objects move and behave is also crucial for player immersion. UE5's Chaos Physics engine facilitates advanced simulations for clothes, chains, hair, belts, and a whole lot more. Lighting in Lords of the Fallen takes full advantage of Unreal's brand new Lumen GI. We've been able to light our complex environments in real time.
Coming up behind that is the one and only Lords of the Fallen. Guys, Lords of the Fallen is a reboot of the almost decade-old action RPG that was technically announced a year ago with the same name, and a dark fantasy Souls, in case you are new, about some angel finding his way out of the living and the dead realm. Not in story, but you see, in gameplay you can probably tell quite a bit, although accidentally, not intentionally, in the same vein as Elden Ring. Check it out, games releasing by the end of the year.
These light bounces on our nanite meshes, providing our world with impressive levels of detail and minimal impact on performance. Perhaps the most important element of Lords of the Fallen is the ability to travel between two worlds. The realm of the living, Axiom, and the realm of the dead, Umbral. We've created our own custom toolset within UE5 that allows us to intricately craft these two environments side by side and seamlessly swap between them. This means our artists and designers can ensure these worlds feel intrinsically linked, like two sides of the same coin, even if one side is decidedly more horrific than the other. On behalf of Hexworks, thanks for watching today's brief tech presentation. The twin realms of Umbral and Axiom await fearless adventurers later this year when Lords of the Fallen launches on PC and current-gen consoles.
Announced about 2 weeks ago, here we have once again Elysium Game Studios, the same people who were working on Shadow of Conspiracy Section 2, which was an open-world cyberpunk first and third-person shooter. It was announced a couple years ago. Another new game here, I'm guessing it's actually the same game, only retitled to New Berlin 2087. So it's still a shadow of doubt to me since I figured this out, but here's a trailer. In any case, the game is coming to PCs only right now, possibly next generation consoles as well, early next year. We here. See guys, NCSoft, developers of all Lineage games and a million other games, announced almost a year ago to this day, I've actually mentioned this one a few times, so this is just a reminder, a game called Project M. They described the game as a visual novel-style adventure, but all while taking heavy cues from Quantic Dream games like Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. Not my words. Apparently this is actual gameplay which is using Unreal Engine 5. However, it's actually all in its early development stage and the full thing's releasing by the end of the year.
Can transform reality based on your choices. And each choice you make will change your experience. The information that exists in the present reality determines how the world will unfold.
Is dying. And my only way out of here.
Probably the most, if not one of the biggest reveals of the Game Awards of last year, as the newest title of the Bioshock series creator, an entry point of a possible series of games we have here, Judas. See guys, Judas was actually made in the same style of Bioshock games, set in a totally different universe though, and touted as a single-player narrative first-person shooter. This is the trailer game set to be coming out of the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and PCs either late 2024 or early 2025.
People say I have this coming. And you know what? They're right.
Announced a couple of months ago, after a year of a silence, with an update trailer, we have here once again Project TH. This is a Splinter Cell inspired shooter, but compared to the franchise, it's actually a rather more cinematic of a game, described by developers as a story-heavy action, third-person stealth shooter from Korean developers. Project TH is said to be coming out either late 2023 or early next year. Take a look. Coming as the first work of its publishers and developers, we have a game called War Dogs. This is an action-adventure, and it had Souls-like, history-meet-future open-world game where you play as a member of a long-forgotten order of technomancers called War Dogs, with a Z, that are just tasked with finding and stopping all evil that has taken over the earth or the world. Here's the trailer. Game's coming to PCs by the end of the year over here.
But I don't have a choice.
Fireshine Games just came out with the news that their most anticipated game, Lies of P, is now coming to both series of consoles old and new, in addition to PCs and not Switch around August this year. It's not gold, this could possibly get a delay for a month, hopefully not however, and this in case you're just new, Lies of P is one of the most anticipated Souls-like games in general that's going to be coming out in the year, in which you play the role of Pinocchio. Game is available to pre-order right now.
Finally, we meet, son.
The stage is set.
The light shines brightest in the darkest of times.
All right, buddy, I'm here for you. Don't worry.
Front fate.
Don't give up.
Keep going.
You can lean on me if you want.
방어구 링크 연결. 시리얼 넘버 확인. 성소 활성화.
At number 10 from a few months ago by the South Korean developers NCSoft, we've got over here, in case you missed it, Project L, which is a third-person post-apocalyptic semi-open world shooter. See, Project L, by the way, not to be confused with Ale, but triple L here, as a mech shooting slash Metro Last Light and another part, Death Stranding and just formula. Other than that, we know the game is coming to the next generation of consoles only, in addition to PCs, using Unreal Engine 5 and possibly WAD by India. Electronic Arts already released a new trailer last month for Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Said Jedi Survivor, it released it on April 28 and said the game is now releasing for PCs and the next generation of consoles only. Some story details only, nothing that I haven't mentioned before, only that the game is also live for pre-orders, so keep it in mind. Number 12 from last year's State of Play, in case you missed out on the update, Shift Up came out and revealed a new trailer and a new name for Project Eve. Said the game is now coming out by the end of the year and retitled the game to Stellar Blade, and that it'll be coming to PCs and the PlayStation 5 only. This is legit Unreal Engine 5 footage, and we've heard rumors of a winter 2023 release and another trailer releasing through May's online events.
아담, 뒤로 물러나! 마더스피어는 절대적이야. 이 레거시는 믿을 수 없어요. 그렇죠? 그렇다고 말해줘요.
여기 있는 누구나 그 손길이 닿은 적은 없어. 모두 버려진 것.
그건 신상 모독이에요. 릴리, 부탁해. 난 이러기 위해 태어난 거야. 이렇게 된 이상 나도 몰라요.
고용리의 천사여.
Published by Sony Interactive itself as a single-player action RPG hack and slasher, what was previously considered the main game for the China Hero project, here we have, once again, Lost Soul aside. Well, the game, in case you missed out on the update a few days back, is now releasing early next year for PCs and the PlayStation consoles only, and this is just how it looks.
You can give a man a gun and make him your weapon.
And number 14 by Antimatter, folks, behind the same old first-person shooter series of IGI. Back a few months ago came up with a reveal of their newest IGI game called Origins. The game's now releasing across all gaming platforms within 2023, possibly September. And just in case you're wondering, this is actually a prequel to the 2000 original IGI, where they're gonna be reimagining the series with a modern take on the shooter genre and some more stuff.
Knives are razor sharp. Sometimes you need to help discriminate friend from foe.
Well, work to be done, eh? We still have a mission to complete.
Your vitals have flatlined. Attempting resuscitation now.
Approaching target location. Secure the area. Check the body. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coming as a first work of these people on a futuristic Japan setting. Bit in the same vein as the Stellar Blade we just mentioned, the upcoming game, we've got over here from an indie developer a hack-and-slash third-person action-heavy, time manipulation almost superhero style game going by the name Enenra. Here's the sole trailer these developers come up with. So far, the game's set to be coming out in about a few months for PCs only.
They turned on me.
Touted as a exploration-based third-person ARPG with platform elements. I think I mentioned this one maybe twice or once. We've got here at number 16 Abyss World, what I've been led to believe to be a story-driven choice-based open world game in nature. You'll see in a second. This game's set to be coming as a first work of its developers, indie, but looking legit in graphics and overall uniqueness. In any case, set to be coming out of the pieces in the PlayStation 5 only. About 2 days ago, guys, we came across a revealed trailer of a game called Ravenlok. Technically the gameplay trailer, because earlier we actually had an announcement trailer which was only a cinematic. Ravenlok, a classic yet modern action RPG adventure in nature, will now be coming to PCs and Xbox consoles only on May 4. This is how it looks, what is technically described by developers as a cinematic 3D pixel fairy tale. Check it out. And last but not least, we have Under the Waves, a narrative adventure game work of two huge developers. Actually, this came to me as a surprise when I found out. Quantic Dream is actually collaborating here, the same old developers of Detroit Become Human. Anyway, Under the Waves is coming to all consoles as a single-player game in nature about some professional diver who finds himself in this situation, dealing with his grief, and he works at the bottom of the ocean. Don't know why, but this is what it is all about and how it looks.
And here, voices can only come from the deep. Deep under the waves.